Alright, y'all, what is going on? Here we go. Team Affinity Season 2 Central Conquest. We're gonna get cracking to it. Alright, we got some packs to open, just like we did last time. We'll get some of those team mission players, plug them in, get some experience to knock off the program. And we're gonna do it the same way we did the East. We're gonna play 5 games with, I believe, AL first, and then we'll switch to NL just to get some experience and whatnot. So, hope you guys enjoy.
Hello, base. All right, ready to get underway. Here's Byron Buxton. The pitch. And that one in the air center field. Straw has a beat on it. And out number 1 on the grab. And here's the first baseman, number 15. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. Robbie Glendening digs in now. Next pitch is popped up. And he makes the catch. And that is the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Now, Ahmed Rosario. In there at the knees. Strike one. Chris, when you look at Justin Verlander, what makes him so good on the mound?
Well, I would say in the prime of his career, the fact that as the game went on and he got deeper into his outing, he actually gained more velocity and became more crisp. So he was one of those classic pitchers that you said, if we don't get him early, we're not going to get him at all.
That misses. And 1-1. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's Jose Ramirez. On the ground, and that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And that's a two-bagger. Here's Mike Zunino. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike one.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the three.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike three. And welcome back. Here is Yoan Moncada. Plesac back to work. Hard ground ball for a base knock. No outs. Runner at first. Here's some real power at the plate. Eloy Jimenez. Hammered on the line. Base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Not in time. He's safe.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Angel De Los Santos.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he does.
Ripped into left center for a base hit. One run's in. Now the second run is in, and they lead by 2, and he's got a double.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Straw makes the play. Runner tags up for third. Man, is he fast.
It's so fun to watch.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. To the right side. And he's out on the tag. And he'll be safe at first. Luis Robert now. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And here is on the ground right side. Jimenez throw to first. That's out number 3. Back here in Cleveland, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. 2 away now. Out to short. Witt. That ends the inning.
Yo, what's up, Randall? How we doing?
We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Nick Sandlin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
And first offering is fouled off. Sandlin goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a slider, a sinker, a four-seamer, and occasionally works in a splitter.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I have not seen it. I'm sorry to say.
That one missed.
I should probably just, like, go Google it, huh? Check it out. Yeah.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
I mean, that would probably be my best bet. Yeah,
This to
I remember
third.
it. I was live.
Toss to Naylor.
I was here.
One up, one down.
I didn't see you though.
Now
I
the
waited
third
for you.
baseman, Robbie Glendinning.
But happy late birthday. We're a month away, or a month out. But better late than never,
Up
right?
the middle, sneaks through, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Did you do anything for your birthday? Go anywhere?
Went up there looking to be aggressive
Buy
and got
anything?
something he could handle. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And that one wrapped foul.
Saw some friends. All right, cool. Hey, just hung out. That's cool.
Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now.
Two pretty nasty sliders to
That's all you
get this
need.
hitter into an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
One at second to first, not in time. Great effort there.
A well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Jimenez now in the box, comes up empty with a
Oh,
swing
you guys
there.
go out to dinner? Where'd you take you?
Next one
Who did
misses,
she buy?
and that's ball
the
one.
question.
1-0.
And he deals. That's ripped. Base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Eli Morgan.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Righty to the plate. Ripped on a line. And that's a base hit. Moncada around third. He'll score. It's 3-zip. In there safely.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Out to center. Straw makes the play, and it's out number 3. Welcome back. And now it's Josh Naylor. In the air, center field. A little bloop single. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. First pitch just misses.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Got it by him for the K. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And a foul ball. And down on strikes he goes. And there's 2 away. Here's Andres Jimenez. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And there's the strike. That's inside. Now 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him looking. And that'll do it.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.
A shutout in this one. 3-0. Standing crew.
When is it? Didn't it already happen? Or did we push it back? Hit me up. Hit me up and we'll work something out. Summer holidays. I got you. I got you. Let me know when it gets closer, bro. Keep me informed.
From Garrett. All right, ready to go here. Here's Byron Buxton. And the pitch. Up the middle. Anderson on the run, sends it over to first. There to beat him by an eyelash. Number 15, the next to hit. That one fouled off. The 0-1. And a foul ball. Here's a fun fact on Lucas Giolito. He and his former high school teammate Max Fried both will take a scouting report the night before their start and then go through it by playing MLB The Show. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next one just misses. And the count is even 2-2. Center field. Berger makes a nice running catch.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Robbie Glendening at the plate now as he chases after that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Here's Tim Anderson. And a pitch. There's the strike.
You know, Boog, I can relate to Tim Anderson with my football background and baseball background. He played Little League Baseball, but then decided to focus on basketball until he got hurt his sophomore year of high school. He then went back to baseball as a junior. 4 years later, the White Sox made him a first-round draft pick.
Tim made a good choice.
Yes, he did.
The other way, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for two. The throw into second, and that's a double.
Waste no time there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one the other way. Moncada tossed to first. And they take care of Robert for the out. Here's Eloy Jimenez. Called strike right there. And that's in for a strike. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Robert moves under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here on the south side. Second inning set to go. And now Yoan Moncada. First offering misses the mark. Moncada rips one deep right field. That's back there. And out of here. He made him pay for that one. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. Eloy Jimenez now. Swinging a foul straight back. And now the 0-1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Joe Kelly.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the out.
In the air, left field, down the line, and in one hops the wall. Run comes in from second, and they take a 2-run lead. And he's got a double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
And Benintendi able to make the grab. Runner tags and will move up to third. Man, is he fast.
It's so fun to watch.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that one pulled down by Jimenez. Runner tags for home. In to score is the runner from third, and they're up by 3.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball, just couldn't get it to drop in.
Luis Robert now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Next offering misses, and that's ball 1. The pitch. Fouled off. He was late. One, two now. Hit weakly on the ground. Whips it to first on the run. Third out. Back here at the ballpark, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Yasmani Grandal. Inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Got him. And there's one down. Here is Moncada. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
In there at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is popped up. Witt in position. Makes the grab. 2 down.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Keenan Middleton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The pitch. Fly ball down the line. Benintendi is there. Makes the grab, one down. Number 15 now at the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out. Smash to the left side. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 out, space is empty. Digging in, Robbie Glendening. On the ground to third, and it gets by him.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Breaking ball down and in. He did a nice job of just catching out in front. I like that he didn't spin off the ball by opening up that front hip too early.
Yoan Moncada with a chance to hit. And a base hit right there. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. Now the left fielder, Eloy Jimenez. Doubled his first time up. That one laced to center and a base hit.
That's 3 singles in a row. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And now that's to third, and it stays fair. Jimenez round second on his way to third. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Garrett Crochet.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Berger. Bottom half of the third, and they bring in a new pitcher, number 53.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The 0-2. Got him looking for the K. Strike 3 called, and a slider at the knees. Next to hit, Sebi Zavala. Pitches in there. That's strike 1. Gets the outside corner with that one.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. Line drive, and that'll do it.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire out. From the home of the top. Ready to go now. Here's Byron Buxton. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. And forget it. Byron Buxton blasts one out. And they jump out front. It's 1-0. And now, number 15. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. And puts the squeeze on that one. One away. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Robbie Glendinning. That's a laser base hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Scope makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Eloy Jimenez. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. On the ground to the left. They take the force out. That ends the frame. Bottom of the first. Stepping in, Matt Vierling. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
In the air, left side. And that one pulled down by Jimenez. And there's one down. Eric Haas up now for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Just off the outside edge. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone now. And here is Kerry Carpenter. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Clipped the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike 3. Jason Foley on the pitch out of the pen here. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Well, 1-run game. Matt Wallner getting ready to hit Torkelson. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
And there's a foul ball. Bobby Witt Jr., a second-generation big leaguer. His dad won 142 games in the show. The Royals made Bobby Jr. the number 2 overall pick in the 2019 draft right after Adley Rutschman, and he made his debut in 2022. Finished behind Julio Rodriguez, Rutschman, and Stephen Kwan for Rookie of the Year. Great crop of rookies. Next pitch is popped up. Scope. Throw, save. And that was close.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. I think he made his pitch on the mound. 2-strike count, made him chase way outside the zone, but just couldn't get him to miss. And somehow.
To second, that's 1. And that's 2. here in Detroit. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now Jonathan Schoop in for a strike. 0-1. In there at the knees. Next pitch misses. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Here's Riley Green. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try and tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And up next for Detroit, Nick Maton. In there for strike 1. In there at the knees for a strike. Caught him looking for the K. We're back to start the 3rd, and there's a new arm on the mound, number 62.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Luis Robert stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
Max, hold up.
And that one lifted in the
When
air
creating
center
plays, is
field.
there a way to
Brings
put
it in with a nice running
way to
grab.
just type numbers
And there's
down
one
rather than
down.
moving?
Now
What do you
it's the
mean?
DH.
Creating
Byron
player, I haven't
Buxton.
created a player in this. So I have not created my own player yet.
Liner caught it second.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
That one ripped. Makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Max. I don't know.
And
I don't know
welcome
what you're
back.
talking
And
about.
here's
I
the
don't know if it's
catcher,
like,
Jake Rogers.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
McKenzie back to work.
Creating a player.
Up the middle.
I have no idea what it looks like. brother.
Moncada tossed to first. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Batting 9.
And next up for the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson. So here comes the big lefty, Aroldis Chapman, to the mound.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Chapman now 1-run game. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Vierland in the box now. Takes strike 1. That's a strike. 0-2 now.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
That just misses. And that is ball 1. Just missed. Line drive. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And that's in for a strike.
Big situation right here. You got some speed over there at first base. He represents the tying run.
And there it is.
They say a solo shot won't beat you, but that definitely doesn't apply in a 3-inning game. That often can be all you need, and that was the case here in this one.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. And welcome. Here's Byron Buxton. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a drive by Buxton. Deep to left. That one opts against the fence. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
Number 15 in now. Takes ball one off the plate. This one high in the air to left center. Olivares makes the grab, one away. Here's a big power threat. Robbie Glendening.
Number 6, Robbie Glendening.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
He swings and fouls one off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner.
Oh, this ball's down, and that could bring in a run. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Eloy Jimenez now. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Batting 6, the right fielder.
First and third, 2 away. Matt Wallner digs in now. Right side. And that's just foul.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And ball 1. Swing and a ball popped up. Witt under it. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. Bottom of the first. So up now for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. There's the strike. Now 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. And here it comes. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it's going to be Nate Eaton. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Chris Salvi had Tommy John surgery. It seems like more and more position players are having Tommy John surgery. Remember, Corey Seager had it. Didi Gregorius. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Dylan Coleman gets the call from the pen.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
It's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Kicks and deals. In the dirt, squirts away from Perez. And that's a wild pitch as he moves into scoring position. Right-hander kicks, deals. Pitch misses there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first. One out in the second. And now it's Luis Robert. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That's hard hit on the line. And makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. It's 2-0.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball. Just couldn't get it to drop in.
And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Makes the turn and heads for second. Well, he thought about two, but he's back to first safely. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Amir Garrett.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
At the plate, number 15, Buxton. Off the first with 2 away. That one the other way and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the second, and now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Vinny Pasquantino. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. There's a strike.
0-2 is the count.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And next up for the Royals, Edward Olivares. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there are 2 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Michael Massey in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. On the ground, out to short. Fires over to first. Inning over. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Taylor Clark.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Witt over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here is Yoan Moncada. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Clark, a 6'4" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Eloy Jimenez. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. Can't glove it cleanly. Now here is Matt Wallner. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, here's the third baseman, Hunter Dozier. Andrew Chafin will take over here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And now it's Kyle Isbell. That's in for a strike. This to center field. Robert moves under it. Snags it for the second out. MJ Melendez steps in for the Royals. And he pumps it a strike. That's off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of feel like a mini blowout. Nice job to jump ahead, and a great job by the pitching staff to shut them out.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Fans are
And welcome. Ready to go? Here's Byron Buxton. The wide to kick the pitch. On the ground. And it goes just foul. The wind to the pitch. Popped up right side. That gets down for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Made a good pitch on the inside. Gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound.
Now the 0-1. They say you win.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. Ball 1.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Try to stay out of a double play here.
Hard liner. Kepler hauls it in. 1 away. Robbie Glendening will hit next. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Buxton, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Ripped to third. Over to Polanco. They get 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Bottom of the first. And now for the Twins, Michael A. Taylor. In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
Yeah, when you get to the big leagues, you think about, filling up the back of your bubblegum card. This guy needs a couple of them to put all the accomplishments that he's had in his career.
Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. And the batter now, Nick Gordon. First offering, and it just misses. Ground ball to the right side. Steps on first for the out. And next for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. In there, and it's 0-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 99 miles per hour to finish him off. Back here at the ballpark, here is Moncada.
The second baseman.
Ober back to work. And that's outside. Hit hard, should be extra bases. And that's a double.
All over that one right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work.
And that will fall. The go-ahead run moves up to third. He's held there with nobody out.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. That one probably had no business ending up as a base hit, but he got just enough of it to muscle it to the outfield. And that pitch was well in off the plate. A tough one to handle, but he gets rewarded.
Matt Wallner, the next to hit, takes ball one. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And that's down and away. Base hit into the outfield. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. The throw in. He pulls into second. A run comes in on the play.
Well done. Drives in the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
That's to third. Fires across the diamond. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. On the mound now for the Twins, Jorge Alcala.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Buxton makes the play. Both runners tagging from second and third. To third, not in time to get him. He's safe as the run scores on the sac fly. And a run comes in to score. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. And that's a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Runner from third comes across, and they lead by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Now here is Byron Buxton. Foul ball. The 0-1.
1-1.
Pitch out, but no action. Right-handed reliever.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Into center. Buxton moves under it. Brings it in for the third out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And that one fouled off.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Here's Carlos Correa. That's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Ripped on a line. Robert hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Now batting Max Kepler. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Hard hit, right side. Moncada tossed to first, and that ends the inning. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Giovanni Moran.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Bounced up the middle, and that one handled. He's in there. Now the third baseman, Robbie Glendening. He's 0 for 1. And a base hit up the middle. Lead runner around second. Throw into third. Not in time. It's a double.
He's safe.
Back-to-back base hits. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here is Yoan Moncada. In the air out towards right center. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and the lead is up to 5.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Emilio Pagan.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Wallner in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. And a foul ball. And a count 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ripped to right center, and that one will leave the park. Out of here. He blasts a souvenir into the second deck, and they add a couple more. It's 7-0. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Line the other way. That's a fair ball, and down the right field line and towards that corner. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He was all over that one. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
That's a base hit. Witt around second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Back-to-back singles, just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
On the mound now, Jorge Lopez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
On the ground to first. Fair ball. 1 run across. Another comes in to score. It's 9-0. A 2-run double.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the...
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Oh, the throw is wild.
Everything came together for him. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
The 0-1. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score, and the lead continues to grow.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Taylor makes the grab for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
The pitch. Up the middle to second, Polanco. That's the third out. As we go to the last of the third, now it's going to be Christian Vasquez. Greg Holland into the game.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground.
There's one, and it's a double play. Here's Donovan Solano. That one's in there, 0-1. That clips a corner. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that'll do it.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another.
10 at our Sandwich between. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Garrett Mitchell. And he deals. Swing and a miss. And we are underway. 0-2 as he waves at that one. Righty to the plate. Stays alive.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
Smoked into left, base hit, and that's going to get into the corner. Now he'll turn for second, and it's a double to start the game.
Batting second, the third baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Line drive, caught.
Well, that had RBI knock written all over it. Put a great swing on it, but a nice job on the infield to react and bring it down.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. That one hops against the fence, and they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Here's O'Neill Cruz. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Up the middle. Bay. That's it out. And now here is number 94. Hard hit, base hit. In comes the run from third. It's 2-zip.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's Luis Arias. Hot shot to third. They get the force, and the inning is over. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Ji-hwan Bae. This one lifted in the air, left field, and it falls. So a man on base to start the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw. Got him. What a laser from Johnny Bench. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's Andrew McCutchen. Swings through that one. 0-1. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The new pitcher in the game, Dauri Moreta.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. At the belt and fires. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one's carrying. And off the base of the wall. And he's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Bounce to third. Hayes to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out. Back to the top of the lineup, Garrett Mitchell now at the plate, doubled in his first AB. Next pitch is popped up. Whips it to first. Out number 3. Back here in Pittsburgh, we head to the bottom of the second. And now the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. Bounce to the left side. 0-2 now. That one lifted to left. Williams makes the catch, and there's one gone. Up next for the Pirates, Connor Joe. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And fouled off. Now a fly ball to right center. Mitchell going after it. Pulls it in on the run. And a couple of quick outs. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Rodolfo Castro. Outside corner, there's a strike. That one pushed foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Dwayne Underwood Jr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. And they get Arenado for the out. And a quick out, number one.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Out front, rip foul.
These guys like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
The 1-1. On the ground right side. Throw on to Santana. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Towards first. Boots it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here at PNC Park, bottom of the inning, and now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. And a foul ball. Lodolo. In his second season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slurve, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Got a ball, 1 strike.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And the pitch. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Jason DeLay. There's a strike.
All ones the count.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of feel like a mini blowout. Nice job to jump ahead, and a great job by the pitching staff to shut them out.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. live from. All right, ready to go here. Now at the plate, Garrett Mitchell. The wind and the pitch. Rips that one to right. Takes it in for the out. Here's Nolan Arenado. There's a swing and a drive from Arenado. Deep to left. Slams into the wall and hangs on. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos.
On the ground. And he punches one right back up the middle. That's what he does. Great contact. And that keeps the inning going. So a man aboard. Here's Oniel Cruz. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. The 1-0. Late with the swing there. Castellanos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Out to short. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, here's Tyler O'Neill. And the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Tyler O'Neill, you look at that frame and you know he's got some power, but also an excellent defender. He's won multiple Gold Gloves. But speaking of that frame, his dad Terry was the 1975 Mr. Canada top bodybuilder. Swings through it for the K. Had him way out front of the slurve. And here comes Tommy Edman. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Got him swinging. And here's Paul Goldschmidt. That's in there. And that is strike one. And a good eye there. And that is cut on and missed. 1-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. And welcome back. Now it's the DH, number 94. The right-hander back to work. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he won around. Just enough that time. Kicks and deals. That one is absolutely belted. This one's got a chance. And it's gone. Home run. That should fire up the dugout, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0. Number 34 gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's Luis Urias. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. Luis Urias goes deep, and they add on. It's 2-0. Here's the left fielder, Billy Williams. There's a swing and a drive. Carlson reaching back towards the wall. Back some more. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Nootbaar snags it for the second out.
Batting ninth, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
On the ground to short. Tosses to first. And they get Goldschmidt for the out. And that'll do it. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That pitch gets the corner. That is strike two. Can't connect on the curveball. Struck him out. Here's Nolan Gorman. And it's fouled away. 0-1 now. And there's the strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2. Next to hit, Lars Nootbaar. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Fastball in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Gorman off of first with 2 away. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Jordan Hicks. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. And the first offering is not close. Hicks measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
And now Nolan Arenado. And the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Gorman over to second. A sensational double play.
Well, he made his pitch down in the zone. He got that ball on the ground. The double play he was looking for. Really good execution.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. O'Neill drifts towards it. Squeezes it. And that'll do it. Welcome back. Now, Paul DeYoung. Alexis Diaz takes over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
He goes down looking. This is Dylan Carlson. There's the strike up high. 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
The punch out there. Back-to-back strikeouts. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit. There's the strike. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And now 1 strike away. Right through there. Got him. And that'll do it.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of feel like a mini blowout. Nice job to jump ahead, and a great job by the pitching staff to shut them out.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. here in Cincinnati. Okay, all set to go. And stepping in is the speedy Garrett Mitchell. And first offering is fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And that one fouled off. Oh and 2 now. And a base hit into right center field.
That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
One ball,
And
no
a pitch
strike.
out, but nothing going on. Kicks and fires. Slice down the right side. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next pitch misses inside. Ball 2. On the ground, could be 2. De La Cruz. Throw to first in time. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Nick Castellanos swings through it for strike 1. That one out to right. Myers puts it away. Runner tagging for third. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Here's O'Neill Cruz.
The shortstop, O'Neill Cruz.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Here's a 1-2. Outside. That one is absolutely belted. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. So 2 down. Stepping in the long ball threat, number 94. Here's a rocket out to left. Fairchild makes the catch, and that'll do it. And now the DH, TJ Friedl. Here comes a pitch. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. To say Bob Gibson's season in 1968 was outstanding is an understatement. His ERA that year was 1.12. That's so dominant it doesn't even seem possible. And the 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. Now 1 away. Jonathan Indy at the plate. In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Gibson won the Triple Crown that year in the National League. He was just absolutely untouchable. Hitters had a hard time sleeping the night before his starts.
Williams hauls it in, 2 away.
Batting third, the catcher,
Tyler Stevenson stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. In there. And so now 1-2. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Cruz on the run, throw to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Buck Farmer taking over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
That one drilled left field, and there's one down. Digging in, Billy Williams. First offering misses the mark.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. And here is Johnny Bench. And that one ripped into right. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here at Great American Ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Joey Votto. In for a strike. 0-1. There's the swing and a miss.
0-2.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Will Myers now. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. And 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. And here is Jake Fraley. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a strike.
0-2.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. In time, got him, and that'll do it. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Ian Gibaut. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And a pitch. Fouled off, he was late. Gibaut goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Late swing, fouled off. Swing and a ball popped up. India on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Stepping in, Garrett Mitchell. On a line out towards center. Puts it away for the out.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Bounced up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now, and it gets by him.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now puts it in the air out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And the inning is over. Back here at the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. Now on the bump, Giovanni Gallegos.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Ellie De La Cruz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Got him looking. That's the second out. At the plate, Stuart Fairchild swings through that one. 0-1. There's the strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him. Ball game.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of feel like a mini blowout. Nice job to jump ahead, and a great job by the pitching staff to shut them out.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB. Live from, here's a speed threat, Garrett Mitchell. The pitch. Swings and misses. And this one is off and running. Back to the mound. It hit him. Tossed to Mancini. One out in the top of the first. Here's Nolan Arenado.
The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. And they get Arenado for the out. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Now here is Nick Castellanos. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One of the coolest moments of Marcus Stroman's career, Chris. He was the MVP of the 2017 World Baseball Classic. Team USA won gold. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning of the championship game.
Really so awesome to see how guys buy into the WBC in spring training.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Nick Castellanos goes deep. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. Here's Oniel Cruz. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Swings through that one. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. The Rockets one to right. And they add to their lead. It's 2-0. So now the DH spot, number 94. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. And he deals. And there's a ball. Stroman maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second, and that's going to roll to the wall. Around second now, going for 3. Swanson with a relay throw, not in time. He's safe.
Batting fifth.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Here's Luis Urias. Swings through that one for strike 1. On the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Stroh, a former first-round pick out of Duke back in 2012. When he was at Duke, he actually was a two-way. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Into the shrubbery and out of here. Luis Urias goes deep, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. Julian Merriweather gets the ball now. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Billy Williams, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. That's down and in. Righty delivers. In the air, left field. Happ moving under it. And that's the 3rd out. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Ground ball right side. On to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Hard hit left side. Sends it to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Third baseman,
Patrick Wisdom, the next to hit, takes outside.
1 ball, no strike.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-1. Wisdom, a former first-round pick of the Cardinals back in 2012 from St. Mary's College, same school that produced both Corbin Burns and Tony Gonsolin. Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. New inning getting started, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Johnny Bench. The pitch. This one in the air, right field. Suzuki hauls it in, and there's one away. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
Paul Goldschmidt.
And first offering is fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
And now it's going to be that one ripped. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Waste no time there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great
back up the middle and a base hit. 1 run is in. The throw is wild and it gets away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Arenado makes the turn at second. The relay throw, but he's in there easily.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Keegan Thompson.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And it's even up. That's out to center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. In there safely.
No, that's the third run of the inning. These guys are doing a nice job of executing at the plate right now.
Number 94 digs in now. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Lifted in the air right center field. Suzuki has a beat on it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Here at Wrigley Field, we head to the bottom of the second. Dansby Swanson stands in. And first offering is fouled off.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Cody Bellinger batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and there's 2 down. Here's Yan Gomes. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Strike on the inside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Michael Rucker.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game. First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Happ fires it in. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
And it finds its way through for a hit. The run comes in to score from second. It's 8-0. Not in time. He's got a double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good...
In the air right field. And they get Goldschmidt for the out. Both runners tagging. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Swung on, belted. Back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He sends a rocket to left, and they boost their lead. It's 10-0. They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Brad Boxberger. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's Nolan Arenado. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. That one is upstairs.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And there's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Back-to-back base hits. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
That to right, and that is a foul ball. And the 0-1. Hard hit, knocks it down. Wisdom on to first. And that is that. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the inning. And now the first baseman, Trey Mancini. Bottom half of the third, and they bring in a new pitcher, Matt Bush.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So We'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And down on strikes. One down. And now, Seiya Suzuki. First pitch, and he just misses. Bush, in his 5th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Christopher Morel now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. 0-2 as he waves at that one. And down on strikes he goes. That's the ball game.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
10-zip your final in this one. Go. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Garrett Mitchell. The pitch. On the corner for a strike. And we're underway. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. This one popped up. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Fires to second too late, and he's got a double.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Runner leads away at second. That one is absolutely belted. To the warning track, makes the catch. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Hit slowly on the ground. Sends it across to first, and the first run of the game comes across. Here's O'Neill Cruz.
O'Neill Cruz.
And a foul ball. The next offering misses, and the count even 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Taylor moving under it. And puts the squeeze on that. And that is that. Bottom of the first. And now the right fielder, Joey Wiemer. Ground ball left side. Sneaks through, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Wiemer on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. William Contreras in the box now. Takes strike 1. First offering. Runner goes. Swing and he popped it up. And that'll fall for a base hit. And no thought of testing that arm in right. Despite the runner moving on the pitch, it's now first and second. Here's Rowdy Tellez.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Willie Adames stands in. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Next offering misses. And 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Inning over. Back here at American Family Field. And the batter now, number 94. The pitch. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit to third. Throw over to Tellez. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one is out of here. Luis Urias goes deep, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. Joel Payamps on the pitch out of the pen here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And now Billy Williams could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here is Johnny Bench. Here comes the 0-1. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And that one is lifted in the air. Wiemer makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And there's a foul ball. Line drive. That's a base hit. The run scores from third. It's 3-0.
Comes through with the RBI. He obviously put a very nice swing on that pitch and really drove it towards the gap, but I'm pretty surprised he only ended up on first right there, and it's kind of hard to say if there was some hesitation or if they just decided to play it safe.
Goldie off of first with 2 away. Base hit left center field, and that's going to roll to the wall. Here comes Goldie around third. Oh, the throw is over his head. They add on as the run scores all the way from first, and it's 4-0. A new arm into the game, the righty Abner Uribe. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. That's a base hit, run scores.
Picks himself up at RBI. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Dives and he can't hang on. He decides to hold on to it, and the defense comes away with nothing. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 1 so far. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. That one ripped, but foul. Two on, 2 outs. And misses inside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
In the air, left side. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. And welcome back. Now the left fielder, Christian Yelich. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. And he chases a high fastball there.
2 strikes.
Back to the mound, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Man at first, and it'll be Luke Voit to stand in. In there for strike 1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Right through there, got him. And that's the first out. And now here is Ryan Anderson. That's in there. Strike 1. Yelich goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Got him. What a laser from Johnny Bench. Next pitch is downstairs. High fly ball, right field. Castellanos gets under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Jake Cousins.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score. Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Urias at the plate now as he chases after that one. The solo homer his first time. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Over to Terang. 1. Tellez. 2.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
To the right side. Terang over to first in time. And that is the third out of the inning. Welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. This is Bryce Terang. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. One up, one down. Joey Weimer will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First offering, and it just misses. And that's in there at the knees. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now the number 2 hitter, Tyrone Taylor. In there, and it's 0-1. There's a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That misses off the outside edge. In the air, out towards right center. And that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Guys can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families. And that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire out. Thanks for...
Mm-hmm.